GCON, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to deliver the keynote address for the opening of Nigeria House at Davos. Please give him a rousing round of applause. Thank you.
My colleagues in the Federal Executive Council, the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduole, MFR, the Honorable Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Kingsley Tochukwu Ude, SAN, the Minister of Solid Minerals, Dr. Dele Alake, ably represented by the Permanent Secretary, Engineer Mohammed Yabo, the Special Advisor to the President on Economic Affairs, Dr. Tope Pashwa, and the Special Advisor to the President on Climate Change and NEC, Rukayat Erufai, and other senior presidential aides present. The Director General, National Council on Climate Change, Mrs. Omotenioye Majekodumi, the Managing Director of Bank of Agriculture, Mr. Ayo Sotinri, Chargé d'Affaires of the Nigerian Embassy in Bern, Switzerland, Mr. Ogundemi Olumuyiwa Oluole, and other members of the diplomatic corps present, Ms. Omowumi Imokwede, and other consortium partners, especially OFAM Services Nigeria Limited and Lexcon Advisory Services, the Chairman, Board of Directors, British International School, His Royal Highness Prince Adesegun Oniru, senior government officials, honored guests, our diaspora brothers and sisters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We cannot meaningfully market the opportunities that abound in our nation without first building a structure for engaging the world. Nations do not prosper in isolation. We are where we are today, fundamentally because we open our doors to the world, and because we have so much to offer a global economy still in search of balance, of growth, and shared prosperity. Equally, we have much to gain from those who wish to invest in Nigeria. That exchange can only be realized through deliberate communication and sustained interaction. It is therefore an honor to stand before you this evening to share the promise that this day represents. This day represents an extraordinary day in the history of our engagements at this beautiful meeting point of global political leadership, policy thinkers, and corporate enterprise. For the first time in our nation's history, Nigeria stands at Davos with a sovereign pavilion of its own. Nigeria House is a response to the lapses of the past. It reflects our intentions. It reflects our seriousness. It reflects our commitment. Above all, it advertises both our readiness and our resolve to take a frontline seat in the discourse of the global economy, not as observers, but as participants with a clear sense of purpose and place. Nigeria House may have been conceived as a whole-of-government platform led by the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, with senior leadership across investment, foreign affairs, energy, infrastructure, technology, climate, and culture gathered under one roof. But its true essence must come from the private sector. Government can open doors, create frameworks, and de-risk environments. Only enterprise can animate growth, scale opportunity, and translate policy into productivity. This House will thrive to the extent that it draws life from private capital, private innovation, and private confidence. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the message of this House is simple and deliberate. We are replicating on the global stage what His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has delivered at home in repositioning Nigeria's economy. We are here to engage the world from a position of strength. It's one of the world's largest emerging markets. Nigeria is a nation of over 242 million people today, with a median age of about 17 years. And the trajectory of global growth is facing Africa. And certainly, most certainly, Nigeria will make or mar that transition. It is pertinent to mention that 1 out of every 4 black men is a Nigerian. And by 2050, Nigeria will surpass the United States, will be the 3rd most populous nation on earth with a population of 440 million people. That demographic reality explains the revolutionary energy of our youth at the heart of Africa's digital economy and their dominance across technology, fintech, creative industries, and entrepreneurship. Of the 9 unicorns in Africa, 6 are in Nigeria. Andela, Moneypoint, Flutterwave, Interswitch, to name but a few. Our young people have proven time and again that they are not waiting for the future, but they are building the future. And as political leaders, we have taken difficult decisions to lay an enduring foundation for investors. Beyond exchange rate reform, fuel subsidy removal, fiscal restructuring, trade facilitation, investment law modernization, and capital market strengthening, we have sent an unmistakable signal that Nigeria is serious about restoring credibility and improving market signals. Some of the toughest decisions ever taken in the contemporary history of Nigeria were taken on 29th May 2023. When the president took the bullet, because the fuel subsidy has become an albatross around the neck of successive Nigerian governments. And from day one, he took the gamble, he took the bullet by withdrawing fuel subsidy. And we knew the consequences of unveiling a masquerade. The fuel subsidy scam is a very powerful scam, a scam industry in Nigeria. The alignment of the multiple exchange rate regimes that gave room for a lot of shady practices. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that Nigeria is ready for business. And the choices we made were not easy, but they were necessary. They were taken deliberately to rebuild confidence, stabilize the macroeconomic environment, and create stronger foundations for long-term capital. Our decision to open up to the world more deliberately comes at a turning point in our economic journey. The dividends of the difficult but inevitable reforms of recent years are beginning to show. In 2025, Nigeria's economy expanded by about 3.9%, the fastest pace recorded in over a decade, driven largely by a resilient non-oil economy that now accounts for roughly 96% of GDP. Services, agriculture, finance, and technology are expanding, while non-oil revenues now make up nearly 3/4 of government collections, marking a structural shift away from oil dependence. Inflation, which stood over 30% in late 2024, eased significantly by the end of 2025, and external buffers have improved, with foreign reserves rising above $45 billion and greater stability in the foreign exchange market. These signals matter because they speak to stability, to direction, and credibility. They reflect an economy regaining its bearings and preparing for deeper industrialization. Stronger infrastructure, an expanded digital and services economy, scale climate and energy investment, more competitive trade systems, and greater value creation across manufacturing, agribusiness, technology, creative industries, and export-oriented sectors are no longer aspirations. They are active priorities. Growth is projected to exceed 4% over the coming years, positioning Nigeria for its strongest medium-term outlook in more than a decade. But growth figures alone do not tell the full story. What we are building is an economy that works for investors because it works for its people. An economy anchored on productivity, resilience, and inclusion. An economy that rewards innovation, protects capital, and respects contracts. That is the Nigeria we are presenting to the world through this House. We therefore seek to build stronger partnerships. Nigeria is indeed open for business, but more importantly, Nigeria is open for collaboration. This space will hold the conversations we must have to move forward. We are here to learn from you, just as much as we are here to inform you of the opportunities that await in Nigeria. Progress is not a monologue. It is indeed a dialogue. Let me assure you that while this House carries the name of our nation, it belongs to everyone who believes in Nigeria, everyone who invests in Nigeria, and everyone who has a stake in the future of our economy. This is your home in Davos. And we are looking forward to sharing with you the promise of a nation that is reforming, rising, and ready. So I welcome you warmly. May this House inspire the conversations we have come here to hold. And may it bridge the distance between the theories we adopt and the practices we must implement to deliver shared prosperity. Nigeria House is open. Nigeria is open. And the future we are building together begins here. I wish to finally welcome our erudite Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Shettima Tuga. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Thank you very much, His Excellency the Vice President. I would please ask you, sir, to remain on stage as we prepare for the launch of the Investor Playbook. Indeed, very strong, powerful, and fitting words there from His Excellency the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, to assist him with the launch, I'd like to invite the ministers, honorable ministers in the room. First of all, I'd ask the Honorable Minister for Industry, Trade, and